Warning, Metal or Get the Fuck Out is intended for a mature audience even though it may not come off that way. The content herein are for entertainment only and not educational purposes. The hosts do not always know what they are talking about, but fake it very well. In closing, if you take your metal too seriously or have a stick up your ass, then by all means, please, get the fuck out.
Give me a mission, when I will give you this world, when I will give you this world. I'm a stop in a fucking scratch and into my stop in a fucking face of it. My chin, I'm fucking sad. My chin, I won't regret. Never gonna see. We're gonna make a change. I made myself a man. I made myself a man. Yeah, I know the life that I lead. It may bring disgust. It may cause disgust. But that's the plan. When the motivation must be kept until the end. You never give up to the fucking opposition. You never give up to the fucking oppression. You never stop the fucking screams of me. Tell myself in the fucking face of me. Mama did I'm fucking sad. Mama did I won't regret. Now I'm gonna see. We're gonna make a change. And bring some above. And bring some above. There's not a time to lose. There's not a time to gain. There's not a place to live. There's not a place to live. When all of us have been sacrificed. Put your hands in the ground, put your hands in the ground, put your hands in the ground. Put your hands in the ground, put your hands in the ground. We don't belong in this world. I'm stopping the fucking screams of it. I'm stopping the fucking face of it. My shit, I'm fucking sick. My shit, I won't quit. We're never gonna see. We're gonna make a change. We're getting 17. We're gonna back the track. Yeah, I know the air that I breathe, the blood that I bleed. You'll never believe. There's never sun to lose. There's never sun to waste.
Ignite the flammables delivery, yes. The fragrance of the day reaches straight to us. Application of operations or tender skin. Well, that's it. Mental vomiting spew. When the face of you. Architect of the commander. Specimen of volatile satanic. The that's it. Don't let period camouflages on my best intelligence. From the thoughts malignant. Like looting, keeping tyrants buried in survival. In the province of the dumb, my rage is gone. You, me, electricity. Races irritate, that the lights are broken, quickly contaminate. Nothing in the world can compensate.
As the biting wind howls and the night oppresses, a lonely figure enters the deep dark recesses of a cathedral made of iron, steel, oh yes, a cathedral of metal. Bigfoot opens an ancient dusty book and discovers the secret. The secret he has searched for time immemorial. 5 million years ago, when the Earth was created. And then, nothing. Silence. But deep beneath the crust of the planet, the bellow of a demon and the sound of a ringing metal hammer. Once, twice, and on the third ring, the birth of metal. Metal Lord, get the out with Monster and Goose.
You like that?
I quit.
I was mouth riffing. Shut up.
Ew.
You know it was good. That was some really good shit right there. Some mouth riffing. Bro, you wish you can mouth guitar like me.
No.
Don't even front. You know you do.
Nope.
Shut up.
Nope.
Yes. Remember, I had the mute button.
Do the intro.
What?
Intro.
I just did the intro.
Oh.
No, not
right.
really.
Do the outro.
Okay. Welcome to Metal or Get the Fuck Out, otherwise known as Metal or GTFO! Exclamation point. I am part of the co-hosting crew. I go by the name of Lumber Squatch. Gentleman on the other microphone goes by the name Mega Goose. Say hello to everybody, Mega Goose.
Hello.
I'm really talking fast. That must mean I must be talking my thrash voice. No?
Well, you're high on the sugars.
I cut out like a lot of sugars. This is just natural. I haven't had one of those cocoa cafes in a long time.
Every time I walk into the supermarket, they always have this stand. I sent you the picture one time of the coconut juice.
Right.
And it's like still there. And then I pass by, I'm like, Barry.
It's not, for me, it's not about the coconut water. It's more about like the espresso part of it, the coffee part. Mm-hmm. But whatevs. Metal or Get the Fuck Out can be found at metalorgtfo.com. We're available to listen on iTunes as a podcast, of course. We are on Stitcher Radio. It's an app for your phone, for your Apple phone or your Android-powered device. Does anybody even use BlackBerry? I don't know. But I'm sure they probably have some sort of app for a BlackBerry. The three of you out there that still have it. What else? We're on... Oh, we're also live on Spreaker. Currently we are live, which is odd. We're recording and doing it live. So, yeah.
Doing it live.
It's weird. It's like Inception. What was the whistle?
That was a whistle.
Whatevs. All the social networking sites, we're all up in them, bitches. Twitter, /.com, Metal or GTFO. And Facebook, facebook.com/ Metal or GTFO show. We also have a G Plus page, right?
Oh, yeah.
Is it Metal or GTFO show there?
I don't know how the hell they work.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
It's like googleplus.com/8705, some crazy string of numbers. So just search Metal or GTFO, or you can follow the link from the website.
That's right, from the main site, metalorgtfo.com. And email address, if you want to get in touch with us, is metalorgtfoshow@gmail.com. Pretty sure I covered all bases right there, so why don't you take a swing at something, Goose?
I'm going to take a swing at the Unappreciated Scholars Boys. This week for Metal Monday, they posted a video of Van Canto, Master of Puppets. Now, I just found out about Van Canto like a couple weeks ago when they released a video for, some new song. I don't know the name of it. I forget. It was a cover of another song.
Right.
And basically, do you know who they are?
Nope.
They are an a cappella metal band. They only have a drummer, I believe, and the rest of the band is like 6 or 7 of them total.
Okay.
Sing the other instruments. And they posted a video for Master of Puppets, which, if you listen to it, you can't help but laugh and also like appreciate it at the same time.
Right.
I mean, it's not something you take, at least I don't take very seriously. They have like 6 or 7 albums out, so someone must take them seriously, obviously.
Yeah, sounds that way.
But it was interesting to say the least. I mean, search them, listen to them. You know, they're good for a couple songs, and then I think the whole shtick kind of unravels very quickly.
Hold on for a second. We were talking about unappreciated scholars, right?
Yeah.
I lost my train of thought because somebody was asking me where the chat room is, and I can't look to see where the chat room is. I don't know if you could help them out.
If you're listening to the stream on the web, I don't know about any apps.
Yeah, I think he's listening on the web.
I think, first of all, you have to log in, either make an account or link your Facebook account.
Right.
And then the bottom of the page, there'll be like there's a heart symbol, then there's another symbol, like 3 dots, and then there's like a share icon on the bottom. The 3 dots are the chat window. You click that and pop it up.
Look, all right, I'm just typing to him.
It's. I mean, if you didn't know, like it was there, like I think I only found it because you chatted it once. I was like, oh hey, chat window.
Right.
It's not like painfully obvious.
That's so stupid. You would think it would be more obvious.
Yeah. So on the bottom of the page, there's a volume bar. It says follow, then the heart symbol, and next to the heart symbol is a chat.
Okay. Well, let's hope Mark gets in the chat room because then nothing will get done because it'll just be me and him going back and forth, degrading each other. So, yeah. Chat it up, bitches. See, Ralph can find it. He's smart. So, yeah, unappreciatedscholars.com. They did a Mental Monday after last week they forgot, right?
Yes.
It happens. We did a whole month without shows.
I know. So who are we to complain?
That's right. Metal Monday with Unappreciated Scholars.
Yeah.
Depeche Mode and Rammstein. And I see somebody else I know on Facebook loves Rammstein. I'm like, really? Why?
Hey, different strokes, different folks through the world.
So on, and shoovy doo-wah. Last week, I kind of hinted that there might be some new stuff coming to Metal or Get the Fuck Out, the website, metalorgtfo.com. And that all came to fruition this week. Albeit a little bit early, but that's okay. Miscommunications can work in your favor. We have
in my defense, you did post shortly on the Facebook page, so I assume maybe I should get it up there fairly quick.
Whatever. It's not a big deal, These things happen, and then we learn from it. We build from that point, and we move on and grow as people, as show hosts, as people who run a website. We learn, right?
Live and learn. That's my motto.
You got a horrible motto. So there's this gal, and her name is Demonica Gothy. She plays in a couple bands. She's an upright bassist in Three-Way Ricochet. She's also in a new metal band, Voting with Bullets, where she sings. I haven't heard anything yet.
Did you say where she stinks?
No, she doesn't stink. She's awesome. She's full of wind. Where she sings, she's a singer.
Okay.
She loves metal. She's just all about the metal. And they're currently looking for a rhythm guitarist. Oh, dude, I am so going to audition. Rhythm mouth guitarist. No?
No.
Dude, all right, just imagine that with more distortion and maybe some reverb or something.
Watch the Van Canto video and you'll see why I said no.
Demonica, listen to me. Right.
Why the hell did you go to the Mario Brothers theme?
I didn't even notice that until you mentioned it. Yeah, so now she's starting to actually do interviews for the site. She'll probably do some CD reviews and stuff. Don't have an official name for her bit of the website. We're kind of still working on that. So you don't want it to be like something lazy and...
I don't want to be too cheesy either. I don't like too much cheese.
But she's full of wind. She's got a potty mouth. And she likes to say fuck a lot.
Oh, dear.
I know. And just I cover my eyes whenever I say it. I'm like, oh,
I do declare.
I do declare.
Well, that's good, though.
What's good, though?
That she's somewhat coming on board.
Somewhat? Dude, she's on board. She's all in.
Nice.
She's already got a possible interview with an Italian black metal band. Italian black metal. I don't know. I have to wait and see that because black metal
Those
comes
are
from...
three great tastes that taste great together.
Yeah, you're fired. And she's coming on board. But she just did one for Imminence. Am I pronouncing that correctly?
Yes.
You would think it is Imminence. And they are... What would you call them? Metalcore?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're kind of heavy. They're pretty heavy.
Yeah, they're not like overly metalcore though. Like listen to a few of their songs. They're not like, like Korn or anything like that. They're a little more accomplished, I'd say, for lack of a better word.
Yeah, it was weird.
I mean, the lead singer is a very handsome young man.
Dude, that's exactly what she
while
said.
I usually don't care for bands like that, they're Swedish, so it's like they're all good looking.
Yeah, I know. Just like me.
Exactly, yeah.
But
So
that's what she said drew her to them was not only the music, but the handsome lead singer, Harald Barrett.
No.
If I'm pronouncing that correctly. Harald Barrett.
That's the guitarist.
And it's weird because, she told me about them before she did the interview, and I went and listened to them, and the first video that came out was like a piano thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, what is she doing? I'm like in my head, I'm going, is she like interviewing some sort of weird neoclassical metal band? And then it was like a full video of just metal. Piano. I was like, okay, that's interesting. But then I went to another video and it went straight into like double bass and riffs. And I was like, okay, I like this. And I definitely did like it. Like you said, even though it kind of teeters the line of metalcore, it's not that cheesy metalcore. It's actually really good musicianship. I think the production was super solid.
Yeah.
So I was like, wow, okay. She picked a winner. And like you said, whoo, what a looker, that guy.
Mm-hmm.
But she's got her first interview up of Imminence is on the website now, metal.gtfo.com. So we'd appreciate it if you head over there and read. Got all the links to go see Imminence on Bandcamp, on Facebooks, on the YouTubes. She does a little review as well as their return to Helios EP. And then you can find her page there at the bottom, Demonica Gothy on Facebook, and add her. I can guarantee you will not be disappointed. At all.
And how?
Woo! How do you like them apples?
I like those apples.
JR Morningstar in chart. I'll just add an R's. I'm fucking Asian.
Is he in charge of our day?
No, he said the chat is skewing a little too intellectual for him. You can always get involved, sir. Just jump right in. I guess Mark didn't find the chat yet, but whatever. So where are we at in this point in the show?
Should we do some news?
Yeah, news is good.
All right. More tour news. Some good, some bad, some rumored. One tour that I just got announced that I would actually like to go see is Battlecross and Protest the Hero. I'm not the biggest fan of Protest the Hero. I know you recommend him. You said I like him, and I listened to the album, but I didn't kind of go back at all. But they're playing with Battlecross, who I love. Safety Fire, Intervals, and that tour kicks off on March 1st and goes on through April. Naturally, no dates in New Jersey.
No. Because they don't stop here in New Jersey because they go from New York to Philly and to Delaware. So it's just like, we're the turnpike. That's all New Jersey is a fucking turnpike to get somewhere else.
Curse you. But that would be a really interesting show, I think. Battle Cross and Protest to Hero were not that similar. So I think they'd attract a different crowd of people, but it would still be a good show nonetheless.
Now, here's the thing. Like I told you, I figured you would like Protest to Hero. And
yeah, I heard a couple songs that I did like, but I never gave the entire album a good chance.
I keep trying to like them because I hear the title track. I don't know if it's a title track, but the song "Clarity" is played a lot on XM Liquid Metal, and it's such a good song. But I just can't. I don't know, wrap my head around it. It's very progressive metal, very, as far as I'm concerned. And the musicianship is super top notch, but I just can't. I'm like, dude, just fucking like it already. Just do it. Like, I won't let myself like it, and I really want to. So I'm gonna re-listen to the album and try to get into it because Clarity is a super good song. But I'm like, I put it on so that I think I'm trying to force myself to listen to it, even though I do like it. But at the same time, I'm like, fuck, just put something else on already. It's progressive metal. So
some things like that, they have to either they'll grow on you or you won't listen to it for like a year and then they'll just come on the radio and be like, I like this now.
I don't know, but it is, for all intents and purposes, Clarity is a super good song. Super good.
Good news.
But it's, again, like you said, it's another tour, like the Oceano one with Rivers of Nile. We got to either have to go to like, is it in New York?
I think it's in New York and it's in Maryland too.
And well, it's in Delaware, right?
Delaware, excuse me, yeah.
Which is close to me. It's like an hour and a half away.
Yeah.
So
we'll see. There's time. Other tour news, new tour announcements. Ghost, my favorite Ghost BC, is going on tour in April.
Right.
Everybody thought they were going on tour with In Solitude, which would have been a cool show, but they're not. They're going on tour with a band called King Dude.
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't look it up though. What the hell is a King Dude?
I followed a link from wherever I saw the post, and which was to their Facebook page. I didn't go any further. There's 2 songs. I listened to some of one of them, and they're just like. I could see why Ghost would tour with them. They're kind of like an older style metal kind of hard rock band.
Okay.
Not so much a throwback type like a Doom kind of Sabbath act, but just if you heard them, you'd understand
what
I meant. But I don't think they're that great, So I don't know how they get hooked up with Ghost, but I'm sure they'll get a lot of exposure with it,
I just think that for me. First impression wise, a band named King Dude really doesn't conjure up any kind of metal imagery. I'm thinking, even without seeing them and without knowing what you just told me, it was like it's kind of like a frat band with like a trucker hat, and they sang songs about beer or something. And I don't know. I just didn't.
I get a stoner rock vibe from the name.
From King Dude,
yeah. But of course, no Jersey shows, so that's enough of that.
We are in the wrong state.
Now, rumor, this one was just, I just caught before we signed on. There's a rumor from the PRP, the PERP, as the kids call it.
Oh, yeah.
That Mastodon, Gojira, and Velertok might be touring.
Oh.
Now, they said they might not be on the same tour. It may just be like a separate tour later in the year. But if those 3 bands toured together, that would be fucking amazing. That would be such a sick show.
It would be, but where would they play that would be close to us?
They play some huge stadium in the city, probably.
Oh, I hate the city.
I mean, of course, a show like that with that lineup, they would be like, what's that, the Best Buy?
Best Buy,
Is it a Best Buy or
is it the Nokia Theater? I forget.
Yeah, or what's the other place where it's not the stadium, but it's like a big concert hall?
I don't know. Why are you asking me?
I don't know.
Good question. But it
would be a big venue regardless.
Okay. And again, that's kind of like the all these tours. It's even like the Slexodus tour with Suicidal Tendencies. that's only a limited run of shows, and they're not coming around here. That's all.
It seems like a lot of these tours don't like Mastodon might tour for a long time. Like say for a year, but it'll be like little spurts and with different acts all the time. Like there doesn't seem to be many tours that go on for like a long time with the same acts all the time. You know,
right?
Maybe that's the way it's always been. I just never paid attention to it. You know, like Metallica's on tour with whatever, Megadeth, let's say, for a year, you know, world tour like that.
I don't think that they could. I wonder if they would even get along for that.
That was just to pick that out of a hat. But, you know, like there's no huge world tours that go like that, really. It's a shame.
Yeah.
Now, in bad tour news, depending on how you look at it, well, at least for one of them, Motorhead canceled their entire 2014 European tour due to Lemmy's health. The doctors are forcing him to stay off tour, to take it easy. Supposedly, he's cut out a lot of his drinking. He's down to a couple of cigarettes a day, and he started an exercise regime. Currently no plans or no talks about a reschedule. Now, we don't live in Europe, of course, it doesn't really affect us, but that still sucks on one hand, of course. On the other hand, though, if it means he gets healthy, that's a good thing.
Do you really think he's going to get healthy over the span?
No, not at all.
Here's the weird thing. This all ties in, and you jogged my memory about this. I was watching that metal show the other night.
Oh God!
I didn't watch the whole thing. I didn't watch the whole thing. I watched the beginning segment, the opening, till they got to that top metal 5. I forget what it is. But it's almost like I was listening to us talk about Motorhead and stuff, because they were saying the same exact thing we said like 2 months ago about Motorhead and how Lemmy's health is catching up to him. Obviously, you know, it's metal news. Everybody's going to talk about it, but it was just, I was like, oh, wow. So that's what we sound like? And I was like pulling like a Howard Stern, like, oh, they're copying us, who, and like, what is going on here? But it's the same exact thing that, and we had talked about before, and what I think is going to happen is Motorhead as a band can't go out and do full tours. They're just going to have to do like festivals here and there and little jaunts, and there's no way I can see them pulling off a full-fledged world tour ever again.
No. It's not likely. I wouldn't say never, but it's very, very slim chance. Like I said, festivals. Yeah. You know, probably maybe even mostly just Europe. Maybe not even in the States at all. You know, I mean, I don't know what the hell it's like as far as flying and stuff, but
it's not easy.
Road stuff.
J.R. Morningstar says Lemmy not drinking and smoking will kill him quicker than if he continued, which is probably right to an extent. Because if you're that, your body's that hooked on alcohol and nicotine, and you do like a quick withdrawal. I mean, he's in his 60s, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
And I mean, his body might go into toxic shock, be like, "Whoa, slow down. Let's think about
what are
this.
all these vitamins doing here?
Right? What is this broccoli? What is this green shit you're feeding me? My liver. It feels better. Stop." Yeah. You know, it's like I don't know. I think there's a technical term for it. I just don't know it. Maybe it's like toxic shock, but that just sounds like a cool metal band name anyway.
Yeah, right. I'm sure it's taken.
What'd you say?
I'm sure it's taken.
Yeah, probably. I'll look it up. 68.
Wow. Now, more...
Al says he's 68.
If you want to call it bad tour news, I mean, depends how you look at it. And I wasn't going to bring this up, but it's a big thing, so I'm going to bring it up anyway. Motley Crue have announced their farewell tour.
Yes.
Personally, man, I know you don't listen to Motley Crue. I have listened to them in eons. But I think the fact that they're like, you know, that's it. We're done. You know, we did what we got to do, and Mick's falling apart. So we're going to make one more tour and then call it quits. I think is a good thing. You know, they're going out on their terms.
Yes.
I mean, maybe they sound like shit now, and like, because I haven't heard them in years, I don't know that. So it may be past due for all I know, but the fact that they're like, this is it, see ya, I think it's pretty cool. Good for them.
The real reason, obviously, that they're calling it quits is because of Mick Mars' health. He just really can't do it anymore. And he's actually the oldest one in the band, I think.
It's like 130, right?
Yeah, he was. He auditioned.
He was the model for the Crypt Keeper.
Dude, holy crap! I was just thinking Crypt Keeper too. All right, time to hang up. Let's call it a night. It's one of those things where, do the other band members really want to hang it up, or are they just doing it for Mick, and then something happens to Mick, and let's say he passes, are they going to reform and go back out as like the new improved Motley Crue?
Well, you know how farewell tours are. The first one is never usually the last one. And I think as a whole, aside from Mick, they're all young enough. I mean, they're probably, what, in their late 40s at the oldest?
I'm looking at an article now. Vince is 52.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's still, by today's standards anyway.
He could still do it.
Yeah. And they could easily, in 5 years, say, hey, we're doing another farewell tour, and make bucket loads of money, which they will, and most likely do. So, in 5 years from now, we may look back and be like, those mother effers.
Here's the thing, though. They supposedly, from what I'm reading, all 4 members of Motley Crue signed an agreement Tuesday that will permanently dissolve the legendary rock group after a final tour.
Ooh, interesting.
So now, do you think that maybe they put some sort of legal jargon in there that, maybe we can get back together for a reunion show here or there?
Of course they did. And it would probably be like they couldn't use the Motley Crue name, so it'd be like, the new Crue tour.
And it looks like our chat mates, JR and Ralph, agree with us that they're probably going to go back out again. What are the other 3 guys going to do musically that's going to top Motley Crue? They've all tried their side projects, and none of them worked.
Well, I can tell you, well, Nikki Sixx, I never heard him, but he's got that band 6 a.m.
Yeah.
And he's also on, is he on Sirius or something like that?
Yeah, guys like that come and go. They do guest spots for like a few weeks.
No, I think, he has a show on Sirius.
Oh.
Or XM, whatever it's called. I'm pretty sure he has a steady show.
Right? I honestly don't know.
Oh, you have Sirius, don't you?
Yeah, but
or satellite radio?
He wouldn't be on like Liquid Metal. He'd be on like one of the hair metal stations or something.
Yeah, probably. I don't know the setup, so.
Yeah, they've got all sorts of different genres. It's all broken down, son.
Yeah. And plus, I don't know for sure, but I doubt they're all broke. But you never know.
No, you don't. I don't know. I just don't see it. As far as listening to Motley Crue, in the 80s, I was a big fan. With was it Home Sweet Home was the name of the album? See,
no, that was
Theater of Pain.
Yes.
Because I had gotten a dual cassette tape deck, and that was like came out new, and that was a super popular album, and I had listened to Shout at the Devil before that, which is still an awesome album. Shout at the Devil is a great album. Just go listen to it. Goose, stop.
I agree.
Stop the show. Go. No, seriously, go.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, bye. That's a solid album. That's like that is a metal album, like a 80s metal album. Mm-hmm. I don't even think that's like a hair metal album, I should say, as much as like Theater of Pain is. Shout at the Devil, I think, is a pretty damn heavy album. And was Helter Skelter on that one?
I believe so. I think so. If not, it was on.
I don't think it was on Theater of Pain.
No, it was on the one before that. If not,
I'm going to find out now. Ralph says.
Can't think of the name of the album now.
That was his intro to metal.
What the hell was the album? I hate this.
Helter Skelter and recruited version of Shout. It was on Shout at the Devil. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
And I like that a hell of a lot more than the Beatles version. Hell of a lot more. That's my mouth guitar again.
Nice. It's getting better.
You're supposed to sing. How come you're not singing?
Oh, no.
When I get to the bottom, I go back to the top of the slide. Anyway. So, yeah. That's big news. And again, that falls into the category of those bands we came up with. What's going to happen when it's their time to go?
Yeah. That's all for the touring. But
what?
There's news of a possible. I'm saying it's possible King album coming out this year.
No, it's definitely coming out this year. King?
Yes.
Yeah, because they were recording it last year, and they actually released a song off it last year, like a demo. So I would say you'll see that before June.
Because they released an image that said "coming soon"
on
their Facebook page, and it was an image that said was an album cover art, obviously, and it said, if the website will load, "Burn the Serum," and it has
I think that was actually the
King
song
logo and scales and stuff like that on it.
And if you were listening to Sirius XM tonight, you would know that they're debuting a new King song there tonight too. So I remember hearing March or April before like this whole picture thing came out. So it'll be sooner than later.
Nice.
I'm still saying before June, but just to be safe, I'm going to say March or April. So put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Smoke away.
You want to do your band of the week? Then we'll play that and come back with more news.
Yeah, so I got a bunch of crap to crap about.
Yeah, crap to crap.
This week, my pick of the week is a band called Endemise. They're from Canada, and they're on Maple Metal Records, which I think we talked about once or twice here. They're obviously Maple Metal, obviously a Canadian label. They do a lot of power metal as well as death metal and stuff like that. This album came out October of last year, so it's still fairly new. I caught them because they had a new video that came out for a song, and I then proceeded to email Maple Metal, blah, blah, blah. And it's also on, the album Far From the Light is also on Spotify if you want to check it out. But it's like black and death metal is what they label themselves as. But there's also, they have a lot of piano playing in the background, which kind of adds a whole nother layer to the music. The vocals are very, like we expect from like black metal, very growly. Some screaming and stuff, a lot of different highs and lows, but still a very kind of growly, scratchy vocal style. The piano, like I said, adds a layer to it, but it gives the whole album this, like, when I first heard it, I thought of like King Diamond in a little bit. Just because of the way the album kind of makes a setting, and it kind of gives like this overall feeling that you're in like this, almost like a movie setting. Like I could see this being like background music, some parts for a horror movie. It would fit in really well, but it just gave you like a presence, like a dark presence kind of throughout the album. Good vocals, good guitar work. It's really it's a good varied album with a lot of different layers to it. You should definitely check it out. Maple Metal. It's available in fine record stores everywhere.
Well, if there are any record stores near you.
Yeah, I just like saying that.
Otherwise, just get it online. So we're going to play a track off Endemize's album. This is a title track, isn't it? Far From Light?
Yes, it is.
So we'll be back in about 5 minutes. Go get a drink, pee, whatever you do. Just turn up the volume so you can listen to some Endemize. And Demise, Far From the Light, off their Maple, is it Maple Records?
Maple Metal, yep.
Maple
J.R.
Metal.
Morningstar's favorite label.
I hate to say it, but I do kind of agree with them to an extent, because if you lived in New Jersey after Superstorm Sandy, the big thing was Jersey Strong. And then all of a sudden, it seemed like everything had to be this strong or that strong. And it's like when the bombings happened in Boston, they were Boston strong. It's like you just kind of take the... It's different in his case, but it
loses its effect.
Yes. And I agree with, like, everything having to do with Canada has to do with maple. In fact, this nice nip of Northern Comfort pure maple syrup that I'm holding in my hand really doesn't squash his argument any. I'm actually holding, I swear to you, I'm holding maple syrup in my hand. Don't ask. It was a gift.
Are you mainlining syrup again?
It was a gift from a Canadian.
Ah, I see.
But I don't think Maple Metal's the worst name in the world.
No, but I see what he's talking about.
No, I do. But it's definitely an awesome song, and I suggest, as well as you do, check out the rest of the album for more moody, blackened death metal like that. How about that, Apples?
Nice.
So you want to get into more news, and we'll get to the review?
Yes. There's just a lot of, with Metallica being on the Grammys and stuff, and then being interviewed, of course, at said Grammys and whatnot, there was a lot going around, a lot of news and stuff. So I kind of tried to condense what I can in a little condensation thingy. First of all, did you see the performance?
Unfortunately, I tried to find a video for it, but they're all taken down. But I was able to listen to it.
Okay. I did see, there were a lot. I saw one. It was actually from someone somewhere in South America. I don't know where, because it was dubbed, the sound, except for, of course, Metallica performing. And that was the only one I saw. And I don't know. I was almost mortified, I want to say, because it was just, there was so much wrong with that. The piano didn't sound right. It just seemed to be thrown in. I couldn't listen to it 3 times. I couldn't focus on where the piano was supposed to fall in, what it was supposed to be doing in the song. Mm-hmm. And the song was also abbreviated. It started different. They cut off a whole part. I can't remember specifically what it was. But when I heard it at the time, I was like, wait a second. It's not supposed to, come in yet. The solos were different. The drums and the guitar both sounded weird. It was just I don't know what they changed or why they changed it. If it was because it was for the Grammys and whoever was doing the sound said, you got to do this and that.
Well, I do think that because it's a longer song, they did have to condense it a little bit. And I think when you add in another instrument that wasn't there in the original composition, you might have to rearrange certain things so it fits. Mm-hmm. Just a possibility, and or I'm just speaking out my ass, or both. It's an ass of a possibility. I don't know.
Sure.
But, I heard it to an extent. I didn't think it was the worst performance I ever heard from them. I know, like a lot of people did trash it, and again, I commend them for trying something different, because you don't know what you can do or your limits until you actually try, and maybe they won't try this again. Unlike the orchestra thing that they did with the San Francisco Orchestra,
I thought that was great.
Yeah, that worked, and maybe they were trying to recapture some of that with this. But the piano did stick out a little bit too much for me. There was a little bit too many high keys. I don't know what the hell you call them, the upper notes or something. Mm-hmm. Those kind of notes. And I think if they kind of put the piano more in the middle of the spectrum, note-wise, it might have fit more. But the high keys, their pinging really bothered me. Like ping, 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 ping.
Yeah. I heard it too. I know what you mean.
Yeah. I don't think what are you going to do? It's the Grammys. Wasn't the worst thing in the world. I don't think they'll do it again, but you never know.
And I found out the reason they did it, because they weren't nominated, it was 15 years from their first Grammy performance.
25.
Was it 25?
Yeah.
I'm math good.
Yeah.
Okay, 25 years out. I'm sorry. Wow, holy shit.
Because that's when they did like
89.
Yeah, when they did the fucking won and they lost to Jethro Tull.
Yes, that's right.
That's why it was
25 years. Jeez.
Yeah. And I actually found, because I'm going through all my stuff, I'm kind of like putting stuff away, and I found all my VHS cassettes, and I actually have that Grammy performance recorded.
Wow.
I know. I'm cool.
Nice. Good find.
And I'm just going to plug myself here because that's what I do. Not like literally plug myself.
Mm-hmm. Listen, this is not that kind of show.
Just stop.
Do that
later. Every Monday, Tuesday, because that's what today is, not Monday. Before his show, I post a picture on Instagram of something metal related, usually an album or something that I have. And this week it was Terrorizer, World Downfall, grindcore death metal legends Terrorizer, featuring David Vincent, of course, of Morbid Angel fame, and Peter Sandoval. He was in Sodom. I think he's been in Testament and Slayer. So it's a lot of guys in this band have been in other bands. Somebody from Napalm Death was in this band too. But the Instagram is Lumber Squatch because that's my name. Don't wear it out or something. What?
I was gonna follow up with that, but you did it yourself. So
I'm pretty good. We're getting to know each other a little bit too well. Finish each other's sentences and Tila Tequila's back on Facebook. I can't wait.
Oh, yay!
Did you see her new porn?
No.
I'm not afraid to say, I've seen it. I'm a big Tila Tequila fan. Mark is in the chat room.
Yeah,
hey, Mark.
Listen, let's try and stay on topic here. Focus a little bit.
I'm sorry.
Stop chatting with your boyfriend. Since, we're at the Grammys, he did a lot of red carpet, if you will, interviews and stuff. And, of course, Lars, we talked about it before the show. I never really felt either way towards Lars, like he was a schmuck or whatever. But after seeing him do these couple interviews, I kind of think he's a giant twat now. Mm-hmm. First of all, he said in one interview that there would be no new Metallica before 2015, which, I mean, that's neither here nor there. That wasn't the twatish thing he said. But I think you and I both thought by end of this year, right? I think. Yeah,
that's the way I believe. Kirk Hammett and Robert Trujillo made it kind of sound that there's a possibility. I thought there was going to be more of a possibility of being out this year than not, but I guess Lars is saying otherwise.
Yeah, he's saying nothing before 2015, so there's that. And an interview that he did with Billboard magazine, which is, I forget where I saw it. It was on YouTube now. You can find it at the Billboard YouTube channel. He was doing an interview, and he had this sports coat on and this, cashmere scarf, and he had his sunglasses on at night and his toothpick in his mouth. And that was the moment that it all came together, how much of just a freaking douche pickle he is. And he was saying that he was going on about, we didn't just do 7 continents. We did 7 continents in 1 year. People forget that. Don't forget that. And stuff like that. And just the way he came off like a total schmuck. And now I can see why a lot of people talk smack about him.
Well, not for nothing. 7 continents in 1 year. It's still a lot of... When you think about how much touring they put in...
no, I'm not saying that's not an achievement, but if you would have seen the way he said it and presented
I can imagine.
It was like, look at me, ha ha ha.
Because, if I don't know if you were going to bring it up or not, but even the dude from Randy Bly from Lamb of God is like, this whole year, he's just basically not even going to think about Lamb of God. They're done touring the whole album cycle with the latest album and the tour. He just was like, dude, I just don't even want to think about it anymore for at least a year. So there's going to be maybe no Lamb of God shows or album or anything this year. Because I think when you tour like those guys do, that fucking burns you out. I mean, hello, Lemmy. I mean, obviously Lemmy had his other demons, but
yeah, I mean, compounded with the drinking and the boozing and stuff, and whatever else doesn't help.
Yeah,
I mean, Metallica's they're all clean, right?
Nah, I think James is. As far as I know, Lars is still pretty much a drinker, but James is clean. Eddie, I keep calling him Eddie Trujillo. I don't know why, but Robert, I don't know much about, and I don't think Kirk has ever been as big as the other guys. He's never had to go. As far as I know, he's never had to go.
He seems more. He seems like more the intellectual guy for some reason. I don't know why.
He's just more of into his horror and shit.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about. Mark wants to know where the hot girls are at, and you missed them. They were here last week. Well,
yeah.
One was
sorry
here last week. Yeah. Sorry.
This is what happens when you miss a week.
Yeah,
you miss the good stuff.
Yeah, bro. Now it's a sausage fest, so you should feel right at home, Mark.
Oh.
He's used to it. The sausages. Go on. More Metallica news.
That was on Metallica news.
You're done with Metallica news? But why?
Pretty much. I thought you'd babble more. You didn't babble as much this time.
My throat is starting to bother me.
Oh.
Listen, I'm a defender of Metallica. Always have been. But I know.
And I don't. I'm not. A lot of things you say are true, and I don't hate them. But Lars is a douche.
I know, because I can see in my head how he talks, and sometimes I wonder if it's not just he's not. I don't know. He's not the best public speaker, and maybe even with that accent, he sounds kind of smug. But I understand what you're saying. Like sometimes he comes off like, I'm Lars Ulrich, and you're not. I'm in Metallica.
But he kind of somehow, whether by choice or otherwise, or by default, he became like the voice of the band.
Well,
like to the public.
Yeah, because Kirk doesn't want to do it. He's the quiet one. And James talks, but not as much as Lars. And I don't expect Robert to say anything because he's a new guy.
No, he's not really the new guy anymore.
He's still the new guy. He's the newest new guy that ever new guyed.
New guy.
Okay? So, it's weird because these things click in my head. Every time it's on, every single time it's on, I watch the Rush documentary on VH1 Classics.
Really?
Dude, I swear to you, if it's Saturday night and we're not playing COD and I'm flipping through the channels, it doesn't matter where that Rush documentary is, I land on it. And the only reason why I bring that up is because we're talking about new guys. They still call Neil Peart, even though he's been in the band forever, the new guy, because he's like the newest member. And I think part of the reason why I watched that documentary, and it's friggin' awesome, because Rush is an awesome band, not my most favorite band, but they are so good. And, they had their little hiccup there in the 80s, 90s with that synthesizer shit. Because I know I'm going to see Jack Black in the fucking documentary, and he's going to make me mad because he always tries to go over the top and make it about himself with his stupid fucking eyebrows and his mannerisms. And why did they even interview him? I'll never know. But he's in the documentary, and when he comes up, I just cringe, and I just want to see a fucking, like, in the Bugs Bunny cartoons when the Acme wrecking ball comes through a wall. I just, no matter how many times I watch and I know it's not going to happen, I just want to see that ball go through the wall and hit him and just get rid of him. Because he just makes the scene about him. Even though he's not talking about himself, but it's his mannerisms, and he's so wacky, and he's out there. Ooh,
Look at me, I'm Jack Black.
Yeah, and the eyebrow goes up. Oh, I'm so wacky. Look at me, and I know about music. Ugh. I just fucking hate him. Hate him. Go away. Can they edit that out? That whole any part with him in it? Because like they'll
sure they could.
go to him, and he's just annoying. And they'll go to like who's the lead singer of Smashing Pumpkins?
Billy Corgan?
I almost said Billy Crystal. That's why I had to ask. I almost said Billy Crystal. And then Billy Corgan comes on there. He's like all insightful and like real, and he's not doing these stupid fucking mannerisms. And then Jack Black's like, yeah, wow. Like, oh, just go, just die, fall into a bucket of AIDS already, and go.
Oh,
I am done with you. Not you, but Jack Black.
oh, okay.
Oh, I gotta drink more water. What are we doing now?
We can do the review.
All right, do the review. Review! Chugga, 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 chugga. It's a review. I'm Jack Black. Luma, bro! Go.
Wow, that was a good one.
Thanks.
This week we are reviewing the debut album from the Kennedy Vale, which is on Unique Leader Records, titled Trinity of Falsehood. You can pick it up. It's actually the... I'm sure I'm not going to get the stat right, but it was the, I think, best-selling metal album either the past year or maybe just of the year so far, which isn't saying much, of course. It's only January.
Really?
On Bandcamp. So kudos to them. It is, if you want to check it out, it's the kennedyvale.bandcamp.com. It is currently $10. It's, if you don't know what they're about, they're like a tech death band, so you can expect a lot of super crazy guitar riffs and super fast drum fills and whatnot, and that's pretty much what you're getting. Like, as soon as, like, from the first song to the very end, it's just like non-freaking stop. It's pretty, I thought it was pretty brutal the first time I listened to it. Once you listen to it a couple of times, and you kind of hear the some of the more nuances and stuff, and there aren't that many, but there are some. You kind of hear different things in it, but it's still, like I said, there's no real breakdowns or slower parts or of any kind during the album. It just goes and goes and goes and never lets up. Super fast drums, guitar riffs are awesome. It's, from a technical standpoint, it's really good. But it wasn't like if you know tech death, you kind of know what you're getting, and it's pretty much what you get. It's not like super, innovative or anything. It's very good, but it's not like anything crazy. They're not like gonna break the mold or anything, and they're not like Revocation or like Rivers of Nile,
right.
Like those albums were. Those are kind of like, holy crap, this is great from these guys. But it's really good. I got a feeling, I don't know what it was. It's one of those things I can't kind of put my finger on it, but it felt like something was missing. I read one review. I forget if it was at No Clean Singing or where it was. Which, by the way, No Clean Singing,
yeah,
awesome name for a freaking website.
Yeah, that is stellar.
But they said that it was a good album, but like, what they should do, like, on their next album is maybe do something a little more progressive or add more progressive elements to it. And I think maybe that's kind of like what was missing. It was just too straightforward and too, all out, loud, like a balls to the wall,
right,
kind of thing. Maybe if they slowed it up in some spots, made it a little less repetitive, it would have clicked better with me.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't hate it all, but just I listened to the album, and it was over really quick. The songs aren't incredibly short, they're like 2 to 3 minutes.
Right.
But like I'd put it on and do something around the house, and I'm like, I don't hear music anymore. Where the hell did it go? And it was off, and like I didn't you couldn't really tell sometimes where the song kind of started and the next song picked up. Nonetheless, there was still some great guitar work. The second track, Eulogy of the Divine, has some really kind of nice melodic riffs to them and stuff like that. Overall, if you like death metal, you like the faster, the more technical death metal, you'd probably get a lot out of this album. I liked it. Not the best. I'd give it a score of 3.5. I think if they added a little more variety to it, maybe like the one guy said, made it a little more progressive, it would probably score a little higher, be a little better. But you can stream it for free at Bandcamp if you want to check it out. You
Is
don't
it
have
really
to,
for free there?
I think it's actually on Spotify also. So if you want to check it out, try before you buy, you can do that.
Kennedy Vale is a band that I don't understand the name. That doesn't mean anything, obviously, but I was just trying to find out, like, where did Kennedy Vale come from? But it's a really great artwork on the cover.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that the artwork is very good.
Yeah. I pretty much spot on agree exactly what you and No Clean Singing said. It is a super brutal album. It sounds great, well produced. The musicianship is tight. I like the vocals, but there wasn't anything that necessarily caught my attention. I know they're like in their description, they're like no throwbacks, no breakdowns, no wanking. Are they from England or something?
I don't think so. I think they're from California.
Wanking is usually like something reserved for, the English. They say that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's I wouldn't mind the occasional breakdown or something different. Every song kind of did sound the same. There wasn't anything to discern maybe one from another. It's not necessarily a bad thing, because that seems to be their style, but I just personally would have liked to see a little bit more variety in the music. Something different. I don't know what it was missing. Whether it was a progressive element, I don't know. And I don't know. I'm trying to think, like, what could they have done differently? And I always kind of compare any death metal band to like Obituary, because Obituary is death metal, but they switch it up with different time changes and their grooves and all this stuff. And even more modern wise, like even Oceano, the new album was brutal, but it had different tempos and different elements to it. You don't necessarily have to be straightforward brutal to be brutal.
Right.
You can go about it, come around the side, go around, flank to the right, and then come in brutal that way.
Go for a reach around? Wait, what?
What? Rusty trombone? I don't know. Stop talking about Mark like that. I did like it. I liked the album, but I wouldn't, like you said, I would have liked it more if there was a little bit different element to it. Wow. As far as a rating goes, I don't even know. That's hard. That's not what she said. How? I was thinking 3, but I don't know. I gotta go. Yeah, I gotta go 3. I listened to it like 4 or 5 times. And
wow, that's a first for you, I think.
Well, I try, because I thought I was really going to be like, whoa, yeah, death metal, brutal. Well,
I had heard a track from it like either end of last year or beginning of this year, and I was like, wow, I can't wait to hear the rest of this. And I don't remember what that one track was.
Right.
But now that I heard the rest of it, I was like, I was expecting more.
Yeah, and by all means, it's not a bad album for just a straightforward, brutal wall of noise death metal album, but just personal taste, I just would have liked to see just a little bit different elements thrown in every now and then. That's all.
Mix it up a little.
I don't want to give them a low score because of my own personal taste, so I'm gonna go 3.5 as well.
Wowzers.
Yeah. Would have liked just a little bit more, guys. A little bit more. But still, I mean, an awesome sounding album, and it was over pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
So that's that. I think what we'll do is we'll play a Kennedy Vale song, and we're going to call it a night. What do you think about them apples?
I think I like those apples. Nice and shiny.
This has been a Metal or Get the Fuck Out production. Find us at metalorgtfo.com. We're on the interwebs, on the Twitters, on the Facebooks. We're all over the place. All you have to do is head over to metalorgtfo.com. Find all the links for this necessary information to fill your brain with. Don't forget to check out the new contributor to the site, Demonica Gothi. This week she interviews... what's his name? I asked you 3 fucking times. What's his name?
Imminence. Harold Barrett from
Harold Barrett from Imminence. And let me tell you, she wrote it all down, so bless her soul.
Oh, how did she speak to him? Did she talk to him like verbally?
I think she was going to, but I think she actually just did like a messenger thing.
Okay.
So yeah, she was still tight as still. It's a lot more than I've done. I just fucking push buttons and record.
True.
I don't do none of that shit anymore. What else? We're live every week on Spreaker. You can find us. We always post the links. There's always a chat room, and it's always filled with guys. And I'm not complaining because at least there's people in there. But I'd like to see Angel at least come back. That would be nice.
Yeah, she was cool.
Yeah, nice distraction. That's about it, right?
Yeah, man.
Do we know what we're going to review next week?
We do not yet. I have a couple ideas.
Do we know what we're going to talk about next week?
Of course not.
Awesome. So let's play some Kennedy Vale. I chose a track, Enslave, Defile, and Erase. And then, what, we'll see them next week?
We sure will.
All right. Goodbye, people.
Good night.
As the biting wind howls and the night oppresses.